Yo, eastbanger here, and this is the AstrHori 50mm F2, the most budget friendly, the cheapest, the most affordable lens on the market. That's the manual lens, obviously, so that's the reason the price is $79 for this piece. It's fully metal, so it has two rings, one for the focus, one for the aperture, so you can swap it easily with the texture on it. That's really great. The filter size is 52mm. The image quality you will see in this POV, but personally I think it's great. I've been testing this lens for about 2-3 weeks now, and really it is a really nice lens for beginners, obviously. So if you thinking about starting out with photography, or even street photography or portrait photography, then this position from AstrHori is a really good starting point. I'm in Warsaw, it's like -4 right now, so it's not these are not perfect conditions, but yeah, for a manual lens you need two hands, so that might be tricky. And the other thing is that you need to and the other thing is that you need to be aware that if you have gloves that are big, tough winter gloves, it's gonna be really hard for you to maintain the focus smoothly, because the ring is very close to the camera body. Obviously this is the big R5 body, but if you have the A7C, C2, R, whatever the symbols are, but the smaller one, then it should be fine, because you don't have this like a super tight grip. So that was the first shot, me and the street light, me versus the street light. Now, as you can see in front of me, the conditions are quite interesting. I like it. There's like a gradient on the sky with a little bit of fog, so I'm gonna be heading this direction, and hopefully I'm gonna get some good shots with this lens. And what's the best part is that it's a manual lens, so I need to focus on more like static shots. Obviously for closer objects you have to play with this ring, but if you want to have a sharp shot from a long distance, then infinity is the way to do that. But true F2 power you're gonna be seeing when you're gonna be focusing with a little bit more with a little bit less focus. So I'm gonna show you one thing. So as you can see, this pole, this thing isn't in focus right now, and in order to do that we have to move the focus ring a little bit more, so it's like around, yeah, between 3 and 5. So yeah, so let me try to catch anything else than a street light. Oh, that was the guy on the left. There was the guy crossing the street very slowly, so I hope I got it on the frame. Don't want to waste the time for checking this now, so let me check this in post. And he's very slow, but here we have a really nice passage between the buildings, like on the left. So I think I'm gonna wait for him. So I'm gonna be having him like between the buildings. Like I'm gonna have this perfect symmetry, and the light is still on, so that's interesting even more. Let's see, on the ground I can check how the focus is moving. So this is the focus ring is really precise, as you can see. For the price you pay, you have a really nice and smooth focus, so you can really nicely manipulate that. So this is the empty frame and the guy is walking. That's the first frame. I think this is good. I think this is pretty good. Wasn't perfectly in the center, but I really like that step with a stick. Oh, there is the dude coming, so I'm gonna be trying to this is actually cool. Maybe let me try to do it differently. If he's walking down here, I could have a really nice framing over here, and I think yeah, something like this is pretty cool. Let's move on. I think he was out of focus in this one, but maybe no. So it's a little bit cold, as I mentioned, -4 degrees. These are not a perfect conditions for shooting with manual, as I mentioned, with that you have to use your both hands. Normally I could swap like one in the pocket, the other shooting, then swipe the rest a few minutes, warm it up a few minutes, and then change the hands again. This is pretty boring. Okay, let's shoot that fog or that haze, whatever the name is. Oh, and it's even colder near the river, so I guess now it's like minus more than before, like more than 4 for sure. Oh, here we're gonna be having a nice frame with these bushes. Let me it's more like a bokeh, but I like the sky. It's like a really nice gradient coming up. So I think it's after the sunrise already. Obviously we have a fall, autumn seasons now. It's kind of mixed with really nice sunrises and a really bad one. So this is a nice cold sunrise without the sun, obviously, but it's still pretty interesting, I would say. We have a nice frame. I know it's empty, but it's pretty nice with these trees on the left. And the train is coming, so I guess we're gonna spend some time over here. I'm gonna show you I think the first one, when the train started to hitting this empty space I had, was better one than the second one with just the train visible. So look at this. She's like on the bridge right now, and hopefully we can get that scale. I'm not even sure I can see. I'm sure I can edit this the way I want, like so she's gonna be a little bit more visible than now, but obviously it's gonna be hard. What I'm touching? Where is she? Okay, now she disappeared. I really enjoy mornings in Warsaw or any other city when everything everything just starting out, everything just warming up. That's a really nice vibe. Another frame with a train, maybe this time, and we have some white birds on the frame. That's really cool. Okay guys, I'm on the bridge, and as you can see, this bridge has a really nice shape. I don't have to use 400 ISO anymore. I can use something like this. Use the handrail as a foreground object, so it's gonna give you this like a, you know, the depth of field, the perspective, which is pretty cool. And I'm always like aiming to get this like I'm trying to get this like a point of view where you have a nice blurred foreground, object is in the back, like in the center, actually in the mid-center, and then you have a blurred background as well. So this is what I was talking about. As you can see, it's like a haze, right, from the river. It's not a fog, and it's a nice cold morning. Is it in focus? I think so. Yeah, it's just like a one this is like an emptiness. There's nothing besides the emptiness, which is cool if you want to get rested. Maybe one more perspective with this one. This is gonna be interesting. So I think I have it in focus. Something like this. Yeah. Trying to experiment a little bit. In front of me there is this one last tree with this like a autumn vibe. So as you can see, a lot of leaves on the ground, still leaves on the like hard burnt orange color on the tree. So as you can see, it's kind of the last tree in this color and with so many leaves on it. So let me take one shot of this tree. Oh, and maybe this is a good occasion to actually play with the bokeh a little bit more. So we're gonna be having these leaves in focus, hopefully. I think this is pretty good. Maybe with some bokeh from the lights of the cars. I didn't check what's the minimal focus distance, but it seems to be around, I don't know, like 40-50 centimeters, something like that. So if I'm gonna switch to f5.6 and then I'm gonna lower the shutter to 160 and increase the ISO, I should have a little bit more roundy bokeh, exactly like a bokeh balls. Because on f2 you're gonna have these big circles, which isn't always nice in this case, in my opinion. 50mm F2 AstrHori full metal thing, really impressive image quality for the price. So I'm not sure if you can get anything better than this. Really good quality, and both quality of the images and the build quality, both are great. So yeah, expect less, get more. $79 for this thing. I really recommend it for all the beginners, and whenever you need the basic thing to do your stuff, just take this one. This is it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one.